Students, we were studying about the national income, chapter 7. In the national income, we studied the introduction, the meaning, the features of national income, the circular flow of national income, different concept of national income, the method of measurement of national income. In that we know that there are three methods, that is output method, income method and expenditure method. In the output method, we studied the final good approach method in the last video, and the value added approach. Today we are going to discuss about the income method. In this method, the measuring national income, this method is also called the factor cost method. This method estimates the national income from the distribution side. According to the method, the income payment received by all citizens of the country in a particular year are added up, that is, income that occurred through the factors of production in the form of rent, wages, interest and profit are taken into consideration while calculating the national income. The income in the form of wages, rent, interest and profits, it is all taken into consideration while we are calculating the national income. The GNP can be treated as the sum total of income earned as the result of undertaking the economic activities on the part of resources owners, and also reflected in the production of the total output of goods and services during a given period of time. Thus, GNP according to the income method is calculated as follows. That is, national income is equal to rent plus wage plus interest plus profit plus mixed income plus net income from the abroad. In the formula we can see Ni is equal to R plus W plus I plus P plus Mi plus X minus M. X minus M means the export and import. It is deducted while we are calculating the national income. But while calculating the national income, some of the precautions we have to take. Which are the precautions that we have to just keep in the mind while calculating the national income? It is that the transfer income, it should not be, the transfer income means should not be taken while calculating the national income. Which are the transfer incomes? That is like scholarship, gifts, donations, charity, old age pensions, unemployment allowance, etc. Second, all the unpaid services like services of the housewife, teachers, teaching her own child should be ignored. Any income from the sale of second-hand goods, it should be ignored. Income from the sale of shares and the bonds should be ignored as they do not add anything to the real income. Revenue received by the government through direct taxes should be ignored as it is a transfer income. Undistributed profits of companies, income from the government property and profit from public enterprise such as water supply should be included. Imputed values of production kept for self-consumption and imputed rent of the owner occupied house should be included. So these all things we have to keep in the mind, that what things we have to excluded and included while calculating the national income. Now we are going to discuss about the expenditure method. Now we know that with the three methods, while calculating the national income, the three methods we are taken, that is output method, we know that is production method also. Then we studied about the income method. Now we are going to study about the expenditure method. This method is also called the outlay method. According to this method, the total expenditure incurred by the society in the particular year is added together. Income can be spent either on consumer goods or on capital goods. Thus, we can get national income by summing up all consumption expenditure and the investment expenditure made by all the individuals, firms as well as the government of a country during a year. Thus, The formula given it is national income is equal to C plus I plus G plus X minus M plus R minus P. Now what is this? All these things we are going to discuss in details. What is this formula? In this formula, what all things are explained and what it denotes for? Private final consumption expenditure, that is C. In the formula, the C is the private final consumption expenditure. Private final consumption expenditure by households on non-durable goods such as a private consumption by each individuals. एक एक व्यक्ति ने जो अपना पैसा खर्च करते हैं किस रूप में खर्च करते हैं, वो फूड प्रोडक्ट्स में, फिर अदर ड्यूरेबल गुड्स है कार, वॉशिंग मशीन, टेलीविजन, जो भी हाउस होल्ड कंजम्पशन के लिए यूज़ करते हैं वो सब प्राइवेट फाइनल कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर में आते हैं. तो सी डिनोट्स फॉर द प्राइवेट फाइनल कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर. नेक्स्ट फॉर्मूला में आई व्हाट इज द आई रिप्रेजेंटिंग? ग्रोस डोमेस्टिक प्राइवेट इन्वेस्टमेंट एक्सपेंडिचर. इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए, आई मतलब इन्वेस्टमेंट, तो इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए जो भी पैसा खर्च करते हैं उस वो इसमें आते हैं आई में. उसमें क्या क्या आते हैं? बिजनेस और रिप्लेसमेंट, रिन्यूअल्स एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट. नेक्स्ट जी मीन्स व्हाट इट इज? गवर्नमेंट. जी फॉर गवर्नमेंट. और गवर्नमेंट जिस रूप में खर्च करते हैं वो भी जब एक साथ ऐड होता है तो इसमें नेशनल इनकम में वो ऐड होके उसमें अकाउंटिंग होता है. Government's final consumption expenditure refers to the expenditure incurred by the government on various administrative services like law and order, defense, education, health, etc. Government investment expenditure refers to the expenditure incurred by the government creating infrastructure. रोड बनाने के लिए, ये सब के लिए गवर्नमेंट पैसा खर्च करते हैं. तो हमने डिस्कस किया है what all things we discuss, C, I and G. Now we are going to discuss about the export and import. X minus M. Net export. It is refers to the difference between the export and import of a country. R minus P मतलब the difference between the expenditure by the foreign or domestic goods and services. Means R means that is we are going to receipts, we are getting that, and P means payment. Now expenditure method, when we calculate the expenditure method, what all things we have to keep into account? Precautions for things we have to make. Expenditure on all the intermediate goods and services should be ignored. Expenditure on repurchase of second-hand goods should be ignored. Expenditure on transfer payments such as scholarship, old age pensions, unemployment allowance, etc. should be ignored. Expenditure on repurchase of financial assets like shares, bonds, debentures, it also should be ignored. Indirect tax should be ignored. Subsidies should be included. Expenditure on final goods and services should be included. So these precautions we have to take. Now we have to discuss about the difficulties in measurement of national income. हम difficulties एक्सप्लेन करते टाइम हमको ये ध्यान रखना है, जो भी प्रिकॉशंस है ये तीनों मेथड में हमने डिस्कस किया वही इसमें आते. तो ये व्हेन यू स्टडीड अबाउट द प्रिकॉशंस यू कैन जस्ट टेक दिस ऑल्सो इनटू योर नॉलेज, दैट इज द precautions comes the difficulties of measuring the national income. There are two type of difficulties while measuring the national income. You can see in the slide that the theoretical difficulties or conceptual or practical difficulties or statistical difficulties. These two difficulties, somewhat 4-5 points are there for discussing this. So you just see that in the theoretical difficulties there are 7 points, that is transfer payment, illegal income, unpaid services, production for self-consumption, income of foreign firms, valuation of government services, changing price level. So these are the difficulties. Transfer payment, what all things come with the transfer payment? The pensions, unemployed allowances, etc. comes in this. So this is on very difficult how to calculate that, because it should be included in national income or not is a major problem. On one hand they are the part of individual income, on the other hand it is the part of government expenditure. So These transfer payment are not included in the national income. Illegal income means the illegal things, black marketing, theft, then smuggling, all these things are not taken into consideration while calculating the national income. Then there are many unpaid services like the services by the housewife, the teacher teaching her own children, the housewife, then many other services, social services are there, which are given in the affection and consideration. So that also is not included in the national income. Then production for self-consumption means while farmer cultivating the things, many of the product he keeps himself. It is not calculated. If he produce 100 quintal of wheat, 50 quintal he may be keeping for house or 10 quintal he may be keeping for his own use. But that thing is not come in the national income. So it is a difficulty that how many farmers are kept this much, it is very difficult to calculate. Then income of foreign firms. According to IMF, income of foreign firms should be included in the national income, whereas the firm actually undertakes the production work. Then the valuation of government services. The government provides a number of public services like law and order, defense, public administration, education. Calculation of these services at the market price is difficult as the real value of these services are not known. Therefore, it is a difficulty. The changing price level. Difficulties in calculating the national income also arises due to the changing the price level. The price level, sometimes it falls or sometimes it rises. So these are the difficulties. So 7 difficulties, the theoretical difficulties we discussed. Now we are going to discuss of the practical difficulties. In the practical difficulties, somewhat we can see that somewhat 8 practical difficulties are there. In that, problem of double counting, we have discussed that problem of double counting means what it is, the greatest difficulty. It is arises from the failure of distinguish property between a final or intermediate product. For example, the flour used by the bakery is an intermediate product and that by the household is a final product. So this type of difficulty is there. When it is used by the bakery, it is an intermediate good, and when this flour is used by the household, it is a final good. So this type of difficulty arise. Double counting may come in this. Existence of non-monetized sector. In India, especially a rural area, there are exist non-monetized sector. Which are the non-monetized sector? Means farming like that. Many of the persons, major part of the production is partly exchanged for other goods. So this is non-monetized sector. While counting this, it is not included in the national income. Means they exchange the goods today also. So many of the, that is non-monetized sector, means money is not used but exchange is taken place. So there is a difficulty for the connection. This is the practical difficulty. Then inadequate, unreliable data. Means the persons, the fisheries, animal husbandry, forestry, construction work, small enterprise, these all people are not keeping the data in the proper way and they are not calculating this. So that is a difficult for the measurement of national income. Next is fourth one is depreciation. Now depreciation means what it is? It refers to the wear and tear of capital assets due to the use in the process of production. There are no uniform, common or accepted standard of rates of depreciation applicable to the various capital assets. So it is a difficult. Then capital gains and loss. Capital gains and loss means sometimes the persons are getting profit, a lot of profit, and sometimes a lot of loss. So this loss and it is not taken into consideration while calculating the national income. It is very difficult to calculate in this way. So proper data is not available to calculate this. That is a great problem. Illiteracy and ignorance. Due to the ignorance of the people, illiterate people do not keep any account about what they are spending or what they are purchasing or where they are purchasing. So that is a great difficulty. Difficulty in classification of working population. In India, population is not clearly defined. For instance, farmers in India are engaged in agriculture around the year. Obviously, In the off seasons, they engage themselves in alternative occupation. In such cases, it is very difficult to identify the income of the particular person. So many of the income, it is not included in the calculation of national income. Valuation of inventories means raw materials, intermediate goods, semi-finished goods and finished goods are in the stock of the producers are known as inventories. All, all mistakes in the measuring the value of inventories will distort the value of the final production of the producer. Therefore, valuation of inventories require careful assessment. So, there is a difficulty to evaluate the inventories. So, these are the theoretical and the practical difficulties discussed. Now, we are going to study about the importance of the national income. Just you go through this part in this year. This part is not for the exam. Just you give for the what are the importance in economy. For the economy, national income data is very important for the economy to know the production process and what the economy is going forward. The national policies, national income data forms the basis of national policies such as employment policies, industrial policies, agriculture policies. To calculate all these things, we must have a thorough idea of the national income. Economic planning. For economic planning, national income is very important. Then economic researchers. National income data also used by the research of the economics. They make the use of different data of the country in the input, output, income, saving, consumption, investment, employment, such. So it is a very important. Comparison of standard of living. National income data helps to compare the standard of living of the people. Hence, the national income is very important. Distribution of income. While studying the national income, we will come to understand that how the income is distributed to different persons of the country. So all these things, when we study it, we can just know the different aspects that relate to the national income. So students, just go through the lesson. The question and answers I will be giving you. So okay students, bye.